Hello internet people! So today we are going for a wander around Kerrera. Now Kerrera is an island just by Oban, where I stay, but only accessible by ferry and mostly just by foot ferry at that. No real roads on Kerrera as such. Population about 68 according to the locals. So this is mostly just a trip around to get a wee bit of practice in for the West Highland Way, hence the full bag. Everyone's looking at me like I'm a tourist. But you know, what the hell, no point in doing the walk if you're not carrying the load. So let's have a wee look around, shall we? So, got a view here over to Lismore. That's Mull over there. Lismore Lighthouse as we pan round. There's a yacht, and moving round here we've got a wee subsidiary island off of Kerrera. There's quite a few of those. And just centre shot really, you should be able to see Oban, and behind that peak is Ben Cruachan, which it might be another video actually in itself. Good wee climb up Ben Cruachan. So what can I tell you about Kerrera? There's a lot of history here. In the year 1249, Alexander II of Scotland came to Kerrera to try and get the local lord. I say local lord, he controlled all the islands, he was the king of the isles at the time, Ewan MacDougall, to swear allegiance to Scotland, because he had prior to that been supported by King Haakon of Norway. Now this was a bit of a problem for Ewan, because, well, he'd already given his allegiance to Norway, and when the Scots king and our army turned up looking for him, he kind of made himself scarce for a bit. What delaying tactics. And King Alexander II, here on Kerrera, waited for him for a while and then sickened and died in slightly mysterious circumstances. So you can join the dots there about what might happen to King Alexander when he was waiting in Ewan MacDougall's territory for Ewan MacDougall. But there we go. What else can we tell you? There's a dead king here somewhere. It's not really recorded where he died. In World War II, this was part of RAF Oban, which was a flying boat base. There's a lot of convoys that formed up around here. Over actually where the camera is pointing, there's actually the remnants of submarine net. It's like a precursor to a sonar net, essentially magnetic than it used, so it would trigger when anything went through the water. There's some remnants of the station that monitored that over there. So there were a lot of flying boats that flew out here for crews from all over the world, well, all over the empire as it was, the Commonwealth. And yeah, that's it for here. It's about probably a 17-mile round trip today, roundabout. And lovely day for it. So it's a good place to come. We'll get to Guyland Castle down the south. I've left that, I haven't talked about that, we'll talk about that when we get there. Very pretty. And there's a few other bits and bobs to talk about as well. So what I'll maybe do is just take some video of the walk and splice together anything that looks interesting, but we'll see how we go. Hey troops. So this is Highland Castle behind me. Try and get my ugly head out shot. One of the McDougall castles. Most of the ones around this area are. There's this one, there's Dunolly and Oban, just outside Oban, and then there's Dunstaffanage, just a few miles to the northeast. So Dunstaffanage is the best preserved of the three, and it's well worth a look. Still run as a sort of tourist attraction by Historic Scotland. So yeah, this on the other hand, a wee bit harder to get to and a wee bit smaller, but all the more picturesque. Cue the drone footage, I think, while I wander inside. Alright, so somebody parked their yacht down there. Nice place for it. The water down there looks beautiful. If it wasn't so cold, I'd go for a swim. Anyway, here we are. This is inside Highland Castle, built in I think 1582 by, as I say, the McDougalls. Wee bit of information here about the conservation and whatnot. Try and get this gimbal to behave itself. Back out here, not allowed in this bit, but this was part of the castle at one point, probably because there's a big bloody cliff, probably why we're not allowed out there. But yeah, let's have a wee look. Don't know how this is going to handle the dark. Pretty well by the looks of it. So, a storage chamber, maybe, some kind. And stairs, mostly a tower really. A tower more than a, what you would call a proper castle, I guess. A bit of a keep though. Big old fireplace there. Leads me to believe this might have been the kitchen, and well, it actually tells me here that it was the kitchen, so information board here. I don't know if that's going to focus well enough for people to read, but well, anyway, still this is the kitchen. There we, what would have been a stone sink here. Loopholes for shooting purposes. Obviously, if people were attacking, they'd be attacking from this side. So, aye, 1649 I think it said. This place was sieged, well attacked, but then they couldn't take it, so they sieged it. Had a royalist garrison at the time. It was Covenanters that attacked. The siege went on for a while. There was a limited water supply here, so that would have been an issue. But eventually the attackers said, basically, you know, if you guys give up, we'll let you all go. And knowing that they were going to lose eventually, I guess, the besiegers said aye. And in a moment typical of Scottish history, they were massacred to a man. Well, it said, actually said there was one survivor, who presumably carried the tale, but yeah, there's a reason that George R.R. Martin says that he took a lot of the Inspiration for Game of Thrones from Scottish history. A whole lot of bloodiness. Let's look at the window again. It's quite the view. I'd love to tell you what all those islands are, but I can't. I can tell you the one in the back, middle shot. I need to zoom in. It's Jura. Yeah, such a warm, peaceful day. It's been a great day for a walk.